Hi, Royston here, and today we are back with another tutorial. Today's tutorial will be talking about retirement planning. Specifically, we're going to talk about some of the common pitfalls of retirement planning. Maybe let me start off with something called inflation. I think most of you can understand inflation. In a sense, one cup of coffee may cost $1.50 right now, but by the time you retire, it may be around 20 to 25 years time. That same cup of coffee would maybe cost like $3. Inflation is generally around 2 to 3% per annum. Now, what does that mean to you? Let's say if you have set aside around $500,000 to spend during your retirement years. By the time you retire in around 20 to 25 years time, that $500,000 would effectively have a purchasing power of around $200,000 to $300,000 in today's dollars. So in a sense, you may under-cater for retirement if you don't account for inflation during your retirement years. Okay, the second factor that we're going to talk about is time spent during retirement. I think most people understand that they're going to spend some time in retirement, but most people never account for the duration of the entire period of retirement. For example, let's say if you start your retirement at around 60 or 65, the average longevity or the average life expectancy of Singaporeans is around 85 and it's getting longer over time. So let's say, for example, if you start your retirement at 65, and assuming that even if your life expectancy is to 85, effectively you'll be spending around 20 years into retirement. And let's say with the earlier 500,000 that we set aside for retirement, the same 500,000 factoring in inflation will give you a purchasing power of around 200,000 to 300,000. Maybe let's take 300,000 as a gauge. And let's say if you use this 300,000 and you divide it over by the 20 years that you're going to spend in retirement, effectively that gives you around 15,000 a year for retirement. So for most people, you can see that that is likely to be sufficient for your retirement if you factor in that you need to fund yourself for retirement for at least around 20 to 25 years. And the third and final point that I'll be sharing is on lifestyle. Most people underestimate that the amount that they're going to spend on their lifestyle during their retirement years. If you think about it, your retirement is effectively the longest holiday that you're going to have. You're going to have more time to spend on traveling. You're going to have more time. You're going to spend more time on traveling. You're going to spend more time going out, and all this are going to be factored into costs of living during your retirement years. So if you underestimate all this, you may under-cater for all the lifestyle expenses during your retirement years. So to recap, my suggestion is to really factor in 1, inflation for retirement planning, 2, the duration of time that you're going to spend during retirement, and 3, some of your lifestyle expenses that you're likely going to be spending during your retirement years. And with that, we have come to the end of today's sharing. I'll be producing more content in terms of wealth accumulation and wealth management in the future. And if you do find this video useful, do consider liking and subscribing to my page. Thank you.